Welcome back to the series The War of 1812, and today's episode, Episode 6, The Northern Frontier. As we continue our exploration of this pivotal conflict, we find ourselves in the year 1814, a time when the war was raging on multiple fronts. The summer of 1814 saw a significant escalation of the conflict along the northern frontier, with American forces launching a series of attacks against British positions in Upper Canada. One of the key battles fought during this period was the Battle of Lundy's Lane, which took place on July 25, 1814. This brutal and bloody battle saw American forces clashing with British and Canadian troops near the town of Niagara Falls, resulting in heavy casualties on both sides. In addition to the fighting along the Niagara River, American forces also launched a series of attacks against British positions on Lake Ontario. One of the key figures in this effort was General Jacob Brown, who led an American army in a campaign to capture the British fort at Kingston. Although the Americans were ultimately unsuccessful in their attempt to take the fort, they did manage to secure a significant victory at the Battle of Chippawa, which took place on July 5, 1814. As we explore the events of 1814 along the northern frontier, it becomes clear that the war was not just about military victories or defeats, but also about the struggle for control of the region. The British, with their Native American allies, had long dominated the area, but the Americans were determined to challenge this dominance. One of the key factors in the American effort was the leadership of General Winfield Scott, who played a crucial role in the Battle of Chippawa and later went on to become one of the most famous generals in American history. Another important aspect of the war along the northern frontier was the role of the Native American tribes. Many Native Americans had allied themselves with the British, hoping to resist American expansion into their lands. However, as the war turned against the British, some Native American leaders began to reconsider their alliances. One notable example is the Seneca leader, Red Jacket, who ultimately decided to switch sides and support the Americans. The Battle of Chippawa was also significant for its impact on the larger war effort. The American victory helped to shift the balance of power in the region, making it more difficult for the British to launch attacks against American territory. This, combined with the American victory at the Battle of Lake Erie, which took place on September 10, 1813, ultimately led to the British defeat at the Battle of the Thames, where the Native American leader Tecumseh was killed. As we move further into the events of 1814 along the northern frontier, we come to the Battle of Lundy's Lane. This battle was significant not only for its military outcome, but also for its impact on the soldiers who fought in it. The battle saw some of the bloodiest fighting of the war, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Despite being one of the most intense battles of the war, it ended inconclusively, with neither side able to gain a decisive victory. In conclusion, the events of 1814 along the northern frontier were marked by significant military engagements and shifting alliances between the Americans, British, and Native American tribes. The battles of Chippawa and Lundy's Lane were pivotal in shaping the outcome of the war in this region, with the Americans ultimately emerging victorious. The British offensive against the northern frontier also led to a series of skirmishes along the border, including the British attack on the town of Plattsburgh, which took place on September 11, 1814. The American forces, led by General Alexander Macomb, were able to repel the British attack and secure a significant victory. As we explore these events in more detail, it becomes clear that the war along the northern frontier was marked by bravery, sacrifice, and determination on both sides. The Americans, despite being outnumbered and outgunned at times, were ultimately able to secure key victories that helped to turn the tide of the war. The battles fought along the northern frontier in 1814 also had significant implications for the future of North America. The American victory helped to establish the United States as a major military power, while the British defeat marked the beginning of the end of their dominance over the region. That's all for today. Join us next time on History with Herodotus as we continue our series on the War of 1812 with Episode 7, The Battle of New Orleans.